So coming down to Visual Force pages, okay, this programming language is useful for changing the user interface options in Salesforce. Okay, so Salesforce is like uses MVC pattern, model view controller pattern. In that, Visual Force belongs to Visual Force belongs to the view part. What is model? Model view control. What is model? Model is data modeling. Okay, um, and stuff. View is for controlling the user interface like page layouts, and view of page will comes into view. Coming down to controlling part, okay, the workflow rules, automation, okay, and even the Apex classes and methods will come into controlling part. You can use this for controlling the options. You can build some custom actions also in Salesforce. Okay, coming down to Visual Force pages, this is generally part of view in this MVC pattern. For getting started, okay, how to create a VF page? The simple way to create VF page is go to the page. Can you guys log into this application? The login which I shared with you. Can you guys try this application login from your end? So, or else I can do one thing. I will share the screen with Ravi, and I will ask Ravi to create the. I'm sharing your screen, Ravi. So, can you open your Salesforce edition, the login which I shared with you? Okay. So yeah. So this is what's this? So you're logging in as Venkat or Ravi? Can you unmute?
Not yet, Venkat. One second. I can't see your ID, like login ID.
Yeah. So currently I can see your screen. Oh, okay. No, 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 no problem.
Hmm.
So what I'm saying is, can you log in with the training for at the rate of so the login
Yeah,
which I
this is
shared
the
with you?
same.
Yeah. This is the same thing.
Yeah, training for Salesforce.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So how to create a VF page? I'll show that to you. Can you click on the URL link ap1.salesforce.com? Okay. Remove after home.
Yes.
Remove after completely from home. Remove completely from home.
This-
Remove the home more time. Okay, yeah, yeah. After that, yeah, please stop there. Put the black slash symbol, the hash symbol, yeah, exactly.
mhm.
Okay. And can you write apex apex hash demo page?
Hash.
Sorry, no, backslash again. No, no need to put a hash backslash. No, remove the hash also after apex. Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. Can you click on enter? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Now what happened is you opened a page that is called demo page. The page is already created by me. Okay, this page is having two simple
Mhm.
tabs inside that. So this is linked with the customers object. That's the reason it's selecting the customers object. So one more thing, can you click on setup? No, open a new tab, setup, open a new tab. Or go back and open a new tab.
Okay. Yes.
Go to users, go to manage users, and go to your user profile. I want you to click on edit on your user. Which is your user?
I can't see mine here.
Yeah, can you
No,
change
I
the
can't
view
see it
on the
here.
top? Can you change the view on the top? All new users view. The view.
Okay.
Click on this all users. Active users, the
All
first one,
users.
the first link. No, the first link in there. Yeah. Okay, now can you search for the? Yeah, that's
Active
fine. That's fine.
users.
Yeah, this is also will work. All users also will work. Can you scroll down and check your name?
No, I can't see it.
Training for search for training for. Yeah, click on more at the end. Click on more at the end of the page. No, no. In the same
Okay.
page there is a more button, right? Because it shows only some users. If you click on more, it will show some more users. If you click on more again, it will show some more users. And now you can see the Salesforce 4. Actually, you can see that. See, Salesforce 4 training 4. That's your user.
Yes. I'm
Click on
looking.
edit. Click on edit.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down? Can you click on the development mode option? Enable. Can you enable that? There is a development mode. No, no,
Development mode.
not here. Little field. Go little up. There
This
is a
one.
development mode. The above button. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you click on the other button next to that also?
Mm.
Show view state in development mode. Yeah.
Yes.
Click on save.
Yes.
Okay. Now go back to the previous page in the previous tab, the VF page, and click on
Yeah.
refresh. 1 second. Yeah, in this page you can see in the bottom of the page you can see two links. There is demo page and view state. Can you click on that in the bottom of the page? Yeah,
Which one? Demo page?
demo page. Yes. Yeah. What happened here? This is the online editor where you can see the Apex page here, and what all the things what you are changing in this page it will reflect on the top of the page. For okay, for suppose can you? Yeah, I will start doing my screen share. I'll take my control back. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to show you the page, the same page from my end also, because that page is accessible by all the system administrators. I'm clicking on Apex hash demo page. Okay, I'm clicking on enter. So I'm muting you all people. Okay, again. Yeah. So now this is the page which I'm trying to show from Ravi's end. Okay. So when I drag and drop this thing, yeah, and drag and drop this thing up, You can see the coding what you are trying to code in VF pages in this bottom section. If you are trying to put Control S in Windows or Command S in MacBook, it generally saves the code directly in the browser and it saves here. For suppose, see, there is a content in the tab info, contact info, okay, there is a content called tab 2. So I'm giving it as this is tab 2. I'm clicking on control S. Means in my system it's command S. What happens now? The changes happened. Now the case info tab is having contact for tab this data what I'm entered here in the screen. Okay, and there is some problem with the screen share because when I'm selecting this, the same line is repeating here because of some rendering issue on my browser, because it won't happen all the times. Okay, but this is online editor, so you are programming Apex coding here. For suppose I want to create a new page. The new page what you want to create is demo 6. Okay, in this case I am going to see I am copying the same link. I'm trying to click on 6, click on enter. What happens here? The page is not there in my system. I know that. I got the Visual Force error on the screen saying, hey, this page is not there in my system, in this organization. It's asking me to create the new page with the same name. See, demo 6 does not exist. Do you want me to create a new page with this? Yes, I'm clicking on this button so that I'm going to create a new page for demo 6. Whenever you're creating the default page, yes, this is the default code what you will get uh, on this page. Apex page is the global tags, and the default content is here. Congratulations in H1 text. H1 is the headline of this page, and this is the new page and demo page 6. This is the information what you are trying to show here. You can write it simply whatever you want or whatever your customer is asking to show and show it here, but this is completely static text. Okay, you can connect to your Salesforce database with standard controllers and custom controllers by selecting by mapping in the Apex page variable by passing some parameters with some attributes like there are a lot of attributes. See, for suppose if I'm clicking on standard controller, yes, I simply clicked on yes. Whenever I clicked on yes, it shows all the options which I can use it here. I'm clicking on standard controller and I can use account also. What is standard controller? I can create the VF page for any of the object, standard object or custom object in my system, and I can use the resources of that. I can use the styling, I can use the fields in that object, and I can show some, I can create some form directly. Okay. Yeah, before going to these examples, yeah, I want to show up all the Visual Force tags available and their attributes also. Okay. Yeah, that's what I opened in this page, this preview page. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. Uh, let's go with the simple example here. If you want to create a simple page with some message on the page, you can simply use some static text directly by using the simple apex page tag without any parameters like this. So these are also some attributes what you are passing to the tag. So this is the tag. Apex page is the tag. Okay. I want to join. Yeah. This is consider this is example. Okay. So apex page is a simple tag. These are all attributes. Okay. Show header is the attribute of apex page. If I'm giving it as false, the header. What is header? Header is this, the top header. I can disable this header if I click on false. Okay. And this is one more attribute called controller. I'm mapping custom controller class, that is hello onto this page. Okay. Because if I want to map standard controller, yes, I can use standard controller equal to account contact. If it is a custom object, I can have to give as training underscore underscore c. If it is a shared object, actually I have to use the API name of that object here. Okay. For custom controllers means if you are using simply controller means you have to build this controller on your own. That is a Apex class. So what this Apex class will do is hello class. It will try to create the data required for you which you want to show on the screen, which will query from the backend what are the data what you want to show on the page by and assign the things to the variables, and that variables you are going to access on the screen with input text or repeat tag or anything. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I will discuss about all these tags in this coming thing. I'm just showing what is tag and what is attribute in these tags. Okay. So this is the page and this is the class which is linked with this page. This is a very simple page which I'm assigning simply some text value to that. If I'm accepting some text value from the text. Okay. And I'm trying to append the same value two times. For suppose if I'm entering Venkat in this input text field, when I click on go button, what happens is I'm calling this action with this custom controller, and Venkat plus Venkat, it's adding two times Venkat and Venkat, and the final text is now Venkat Venkat. That's what I'm trying to display in the screen. So if you are adding Akshay in the text box and if you click on go, what happens? It appends this two times the same name and it shows Akshay plus Akshay on the screen. It won't show plus. Plus symbol is for concatenating the strings. Yeah, and I'll show the same example also in this mine. It's available in our edition also. Yeah. So coming down to the core tags, these three are core tags. Okay. Apex base tag. Okay. Uh, one second. Apex page tag is the core tag that's useful to start the Apex page. Okay. Apex includes script tag is useful for including the JavaScript thing. So how you use JavaScript inside HTML pages? You use script tag, right? So if you are uploading some JavaScript files to your resources folder, you can attach into that page also. So the same way you can attach the JavaScripts into the page with include script tag. First of all, you have to upload the JavaScript file to the static resources. Static resources means assets. You are going to upload your logos, your JavaScript files, your CSS files to the static resources, and you are going to use that with the Apex include script tag. Okay. And coming down to my screen, yeah, I'll show that options to you. Click on open a new tab. So in the new tab, so I will show you where I can access the classes, pages, and everything from the backend. I clicked on setup. I'm scrolling down and I'm clicking on build. Inside build section, I'm expanding the develop option. Inside develop, you can see all these options. See, pages are here. That's what we are developing pages, even from the URL also. That's a very simple way to create page. And Apex classes you can also directly create from that. I will show that to you how to do that. See, what I can do is, if I'm simply giving it as custom controller equal to sample, I'm clicking on command s. What happens now? I'm trying to look for a class called sample class in my system. If that is not available, it's asking me to create a class directly from my VF page only. From my this page only, it's asking me to create a class. If I'm clicking on this first option, it creates a class with sharing, with sharing settings. All these things will apply. See what happens now. This is the page, and this is the class what you are using, and I can use this class. This is a class, Apex class. This is called controller class, custom controller class. I can do what I can do is I can create some methods for inside this, and I can query some data from the customer object or any of the object, and I can show some information on the page. Okay, this is how I am linking the Apex classes to the VF pages. So this class is helping us to bring the data from the database. So I can use standard controller, but I don't have option to modify and change the data set. I can't query the records. Standard controller is generally useful to show the existing available methods, use the existing features of Salesforce, but you cannot modify the functionality. For suppose I'm opening this in a new tab. I'm opening the sales app. When I open a contact object or any customer object, what are the functions you have? Record. There is delete function, delete, edit, cancel, save functions. When I'm clicking on to these functions, also you can, with the shared controller you can use these functions only. You cannot use extra functions. If you want to do that extra functions, you have to use one more thing called extension controller. For these four functions you can use standard controller. For extra function you can use the extension classes, because in this case you are developing your app with 80% of the logic from the standard controller and 20% from the extension class. Okay, anyway, I will explain this tags later on. We are going to show the work on the examples. And same way, the one more core tag is to include the style sheet. So why we include style sheet? To add CSS, to add different branding to your page. After adding CSS to your page, you can now use the classes available inside the page, inside the VF page, and assign the properties, the colors, branding, size of the text, the padding, the border color. All these things you can configure with the CSS, right? So I asked you, means I will share one more link to you guys today, which asks you to go through some open courses like from Double Three Schools, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These three concepts are useful when we are working with VF pages. Okay, these are the core tags, and these are the template tags. We can build templates with Salesforce. You can create a template with composition tags. Okay, and you can define some set of content with the defined tags, and you can use insert tag to use to insert into some other VF pages. Okay, this is for templates. You build some templates for footer and header, and you can include these templates in all the pages of your requirement. That can be done. Okay, these are all the template tags, and the most important action function tags are here. See this, sorry, Ajax and JavaScript tags are here. So these tags are really useful to add, to give JavaScript, means ability to call methods of Apex class. So if I want to call a method, Apex method, I must use the VF tag. There is other way also. I can even call Apex method. What is a method? Method is a function defined inside your controller class. Okay, defined in your supporting class of this page. Okay, if there is a method, I want to call this method when after 5 seconds every time. Okay, in this case, there is other way you can use action support, action polar and stuff. Okay, but you can with JavaScript you can automatically refresh some things after 5 seconds by using some timer. Okay, in milliseconds, after 5000 milliseconds means after 5 seconds you're going to call some method that you can do with these functions. I can define an action function. This action function can be called from any JavaScript function. I have to define some name for this action function. This name I have to call from the JavaScript function, and the whenever I'm calling this action function, I'm linking some action of some method of the controlling class to this tag. So coming down to the action function tag, there is some attributes like action. Okay, there is some events also, and you can use even renderer. Okay, re-render tags. Whenever you are calling this method, after finishing this, on what items you have to refresh, you can control that also. So this action function will defines JavaScript function, and which helps users to call Apex method from the JavaScript code. Okay, you are defining the JavaScript function inside the Apex code with action function tag. Okay, what is action polar? So this is one of the Ajax tag. This is set you are setting some timer to send some asynchronous JavaScript request update, okay, to the system. You're calling something every time after 5 milliseconds or 10 milliseconds of time, that you can set some timer, and you can there is interval attribute in this scenario. The interval attribute you have to set when you are using action polar tag, and I have a example for that on our document. After explaining these tags, I will show that options to you. And action region tag, this is useful to we are going to define some region which you want to refresh. For suppose when you are trying to show some cricket score on your page, you are refreshing this component every second so that you can see the new score, or any stock exchange score, all this stuff, report. You can do this type of things. The region which you want to update frequently, you define in this action region, and you define this with some name, and I can use this name to refresh it automatically after some time. And action status, this generally shows the status whenever you are sending some request. For suppose if I'm clicking on search button, for suppose if I'm clicking on search button, if the request takes around 2 seconds, till the 2 seconds my system will shows, hey, there is the loading button on the screen. The loading button means something is happening from your request, something like that. You can see that if I'm not showing any loading button on the screen, it means the user thinks, hey, this is not working properly. That's the reason I'm showing this loading button with action status. After the loading button is done, after the request is completely done, I'm going to stop the loading button and loading image, and I will show the content which I got from the backend on the page. I will render it. And action support, this is generally adds asynchronous refresh support to any component in the system. I can attach this asynchronous refresh support to any component with the ID of that component. Okay, so I have examples for all these items in our organization, the organization which I shared with you. Okay, so I think Ravi will keep you updated about the password and username of this organization. Okay, and now we are going to discuss about the most important form tags. So whenever you are starting development with any Java application, with the very basic thing is you generally build some forms for registration, for login, for entering some data. These are called form. These are all called forms. Okay, you can develop forms in Salesforce very simply in less than 1 hour. Okay, um, with this form tags. Again, it won't take that much time, but I'm simply telling for the new developers it takes around 1 hour. Okay, so when I'm trying to take some inputs from the system, from the user, I have to use form tags. Without using form tags, without using form tag, I cannot use this inside these tags. These are all form element tags. If I'm using input text inside your requirement, I have to use apex form compulsorily out of these two ranges. Okay, see, coming down to this page, see there I am using some input text, apex input text. That is the reason I am using apex form tag above it and after it also. If i am if i want to build some registration page with 7 input fields, with their username, with their email address field, all this stuff, I'll put 7 input fields inside the form tag. Means now all these fields will comes into one form tag. Okay, so coming down to this, if you see this command means core form tags, this will looks very similar to the HTML form tags also. If you replace the names are almost similar. Okay, in HTML you can see for simply a form and input button. Okay, and input text, input uh, input input text we generally use a lot. Okay, if it is a secret and all these things, you can put some parameters like this and you can make that secret. But Salesforce have special tags for this, for input file, input hidden, for a hidden type of. If I am giving input hidden, this field is not going to show on the screen. Input secret, this will be showing as star symbols. If you're entering some text into this, it will show star symbol or X symbol instead of characters directly. It's going to hide the characters. Input text, here it's going to accept the text values. Input text area, it's going to accept big text description fields. Okay, some description with 10 to 10 letter words like this. Okay, string of 10 words like this. uh, Select list is like a pick list option. I can build uh, radio buttons with this, and even select option is for pick list options. Select checkboxes for checklist option. Radio button, okay, this is a set of buttons. I can select multiple items. I can choose multiple options here. Checkboxes, I can only select only one option. Okay, and coming down to select option, this is a pick list value. I can only select one value. Select options, you will define values inside this, inside the select option. Sorry, select option is the parent tag. Inside that select option, you see select option tags. Okay, these are button tags. This is a link tag. This is a checkbox tag. This is the field tag. Generally, Apex input field is very different from input text, but people will be confused a lot. Input field will generally get the properties of all the means what all you are defining in the back end in the database. You are defining the fields, right? Dragging and dropping. If that is a pick list value, it shows pick list value directly. You no need to define select options again. Select options is only useful when you are trying to build pick list values on your own on the page. But if you have a pick list value called city, simply you pass it to apex called input field value equal to city underscore underscore c. It automatically shows the pick list value there. It generally inherits the properties of the field what you are linking to this, and it shows it. But when you are passing the same field to input text, it won't show the pick list value. It simply to the text box. Okay, right? When you are entering the proper city name without spelling mistake only, that will be saved to the database. Otherwise, it's a problem. These are all general tags. So you can see all the what all you are defining the data types inside your backend system. You can build all these type of fields with these form tags, and these are the core tags for output text. Okay, these are uh, also available inside the form tags. Okay, core form components only, but this is useful to show information on the page, not for reading it. This is for taking input, this is for showing it on the screen. Again, output field and output text is different. Output field will automatically shows the properties according to the field properties, but output text will simply show the value. For suppose if there is a checkbox field on the object, okay, if you're using output field, you go to the checkbox value name or the API name of that, it simply shows the checkbox directly on the screen. But same thing if you pass to output text, it shows true or false there. Okay, it won't show the checkbox there. It's not showing the properties of it. Okay, and coming down to the list tables and list of list tags. Yeah, if you want to print some list of accounts or list of contacts, yes, I'm going to use this tag. Apex data table is a HTML table which is similar to that. So if you know HTML table tag, table TDTRs will be there. That's the similar thing in Salesforce. If you want to use that, use data table. So when you're trying to print different columns inside the table, you have to use Apex column tag. Okay, this is a single column of the table. If you want to print four columns, yes, use four column tags and define the things inside it. Okay, and data list. So it's a ordered or unordered set list of values. You can print it on the screen. Okay, so and facet tag. Facet tag, like you can think it's placeholder for content, and you can use this type of tag when you are trying to build some widget type of application where it has a number of steps. When you are trying to build a page with three steps, means if there is a registration of your if you work with insurance customer, when you are registering a person with your insurance, if there are multiple levels of if there are a lot of fields, what you do is you distribute the fields into different pages. Means step one, step two, step three. In that case, you can use this face set value, okay, to show the specific part of the step. Okay, and panel grid, yes. So if you this is you are distributing the content in terms of cells, blocks. Okay, you can define the column count here. If there is two columns, if there are you are passing six values, it automatically shows three rows. It's like 1 2 3 4 5 6. If you are giving column count is 3, 1 2 3 4 5 6, the type of things it will automatically print. Panel group is you are grouping two or three cells. In that case, you will use panel group. Okay, this is the same related tag for panel grid only. And coming down to miscellaneous HTML tags, okay, so when you want inside HTML, if you want to insert flash, okay, any video or animation, yes, you use flash tag simply by putting uh, greater than symbol flash less than less than greater than symbol flash, less than symbol flash greater than symbol, right? See here you are using simply appending apex colon. So that's the difference between VF tag and HTML tag. Most tags are similar. Again, there are some VF tags which will show a lot of information with a simple tag. You can't show that advanced information with CSS properties on the screen with HTML tags. Okay, I can show you some tags. With simple one tag, it automatically prepares data for you, which is like 4 pages of document. Show that to you. That is look and feel tag is available there. That will automatically show a lot of content on the screen with a single one line tag. The same requirement you cannot build it with the HTML things. Okay, this is strongly typed programming language, and again, you are going to integrate very strongly with Apex also, the Visual Force programming. Okay, and you're going to again with less number of coding, you are going to show a lot of information on the screen. And same way, the flash tag is for inserting the flash animations. You have to first upload this animation into the static resources. And I forgot to show you where it is static resources. This is here. This is develop classes, triggers, components, pages, static resources. All the logos, all the CSS files, JavaScript files, any other resources like videos and all this stuff, you can use it upload it here and you can use it. Okay, and same way, um, you can also insert some search bar. For suppose if you want to insert something onto my page, I can use iframe tag for inserting a new page into this current page. And I can even insert the image also by using the image tag, apex colon image tag. Coming down to HTML, the img tag is helpful for that, right? And there are some more miscellaneous visual force tags like this repeat tag. This is for unformatted repetition of list. For suppose if you have list of 10 contacts in your list, so I will talk about list, map, and set. These are all collection types in Apex. When you want to show a number of records on the page, you generally create some list of accounts or list of contacts or list of opportunities. I want to send this information to page. This repeat tag is useful for repeating the thing. So I can use data table also, but this is the formatted HTML table, but this is not formatted. Okay, it even don't give proper spacing and things in this with this tag. Okay, uh, yeah, so this repeat tag is not formatted, so the spacing is not proper in this. You have to put your manually you have to put the properties for this apex repeat tag. Okay, and message tag useful for show messages on the screen. If you are having any validation errors, yes, I can show messages on the screen with the message tag. So okay, whenever you're trying to show messages, you create messages in your inside your apex classes. There is a method called add error. Add error method. Okay, add message. You can create messages and you can add error messages to the page also by using this backend methods. And the location of the message will be shown based on the apex message tag where you are keeping it on the page. If you are keeping at the field level or at the bottom of the page or at the starting of the page, it shows exactly at that location. So this is you're going to message for a specific component, and this the next tag is for showing all the messages at once for of all the components at one location, that is starting of the page or at the end of the page. Okay, and coming down to apex include, you can include the other second vf page into the system, to the current page. Like if you built a map for the account, if you are passing some account id, it automatically generates the map on the screen. Yes, if I did some requirements separately, I can include this page inside my current page also, which is also working on the same account object. And apex param tag is useful to pass parameters to the components, to other components which are related to this. Sometimes you build component based system you build to reuse the components. In that case we pass parameters, the data to feed the component with this param tag. Apex s controls, uh, give me a second. And s control tag is useful to insert s controls into your UF page. This again, if you don't have access to s controls, you cannot do insert it. And again, yeah, you can define some local variables inside this with this local tag. So this local variables I can use it. I can pass it as a parameters and I can define it. Okay, I can define it. So this is some data I can automatically define in the VF page and I can pass it down to the Apex classes, right? And look and feel tags. This is what I am showing. So these tags are useful for look and feel. It automatically brings the properties of this standard Salesforce UI, the page sections, section names, expandable, collapsible type of things to you. Apex detail page is a simple tag which shows all the details page of the account object or any object which you're using inside the standard controller. You can use these tags when you are using standard controller. Okay, build some enhanced list with by using enhanced list tag. You can use list views also by using this. And this tag you have to pass down the proper columns what you want to print on the page, and appropriately you can see the same information in the list format. Yeah, the Apex page block tags are useful a lot in building the means with less effort. You can build good pages with the proper alignment, with proper button alignment, proper section, expandable collapsible sections, and even proper section items means left and right sections. You can build it, and you can also build page block table to display the content in a ordered way and multiple rows. Okay, these are all look and feel tags. You no need to put styling information. Okay, it automatically adjusts the things accordingly based on the order of data on which you are adding it. Okay, and the tab and tab panel is also the look and feel tag. That's what I'm trying to show in the demo page. There are two tabs inside that application. I can click tab 1, tab 2. The default tab is the second tab. I can choose the default tab. I can pass some parameters when I'm clicking on some tab. Okay, I can maintain the same state. So in both the tags, there is two type of things here. Tab one is a client side and one is server side tab. If I'm using client side, when I'm switching tabs, I'm not going to send request to the server. If I'm server based tag, when I'm clicking on other tab, it automatically queries the data to render the information on the second tag. That's the two options available here. And a related list tag is useful for showing the information of the child object records on the detail page of the standard controller. These tags are really simple. When I'm trying to show the demo, you can understand really better than this. Okay, and custom components. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what happened means, yeah, I want to continue the remaining class. Okay, tomorrow by explaining these following tags, and later on I will be moving down to the Apex variables. So once I go with Apex variables, means now I am just simply showing the front end part of the system, how to use the Visual Force tags and stuff. Okay, and later on in tomorrow's class, I will cover the remaining topics of this. Okay, because this is some general special tags. Okay, anyway, this is less topic, but I can cover it here. But I have some work. I have to travel now. Okay, so yeah, I will finish this information in the tomorrow's class. And I yes, you can see if you have time today, I can share a lot of videos to you so that you can the same similar class videos and examples how to use this VF pages and Apex classes that you can use it. Okay. Yeah. So this content is available inside my organization. This is a PDF sheet of all the important Visual Force tags. Okay, that is available in this edition, which I shared with you. Just log in into um, the edition which I shared with you with the training for our username. That will automatically take you to the general Salesforce Enterprise Edition login. Inside that, there's a charter and click on files. Yes, that I will show all these documents to you. And again, if you need this document, I will email you immediately. But all these documents are available even in the charter files. I'll show that option to you. Click on this, go top. Okay, click on the charter application. Okay, yeah, click on the charter. Click on all files. It takes to all files. There's one more all files. Click on this. Yeah, all files. You can see all files in the system. So there is a cheat sheet. See, the cheat sheet which I am currently showing is Salesforce Visual Force Developer cheat sheet. Open this. This is the sheet which I am showing you now. So this document is really useful for even for your interviews also. When someone is asking why we use this tag, simply you can open this sheet. It's all the tags are in one place in 2 pages. Okay, you can explain it very easily with this document. Yeah, these are all the important cheat sheets. You can download it for VF pages, formula fields, security cheat sheet, Apex cheat sheet, API cheat sheet, Charter API cheat sheet, REST API. These are all integration cheat sheets. Okay, got it. Yeah, let's close the class for today and let's meet in tomorrow's class at 3 o'clock. I won't be joining you late tomorrow. I'll join exactly at 3 o'clock.